So let's go ahead and I want to look at these decks again. So that was player 1, player 2.
The Boros decks.
I like it.
And let's see Robert's deck here. Where's Robert's deck? This is such a pain.
Robert deck list.
I am. There it is.
Oh, man, that goes to the flicker. That was the moment of like, if I had him Pyroblast. Right
So
he ended up probably citing in all the Hydro Blasts.
yeah, we were just talking about how Hydro Blast doesn't seem particularly good against you. If you have any thoughts, Robert?
I was
Ron?
looking. I mean,
Ooh,
obviously,
yeah.
I was looking at his deck list, and so yeah, if you have my deck list up, you'll notice there was the little the green, the yellow and black striped edges on those cards there that I couldn't actually afford to put in my sideboard because they cost more than like the rest of the deck like 10 times over.
Mm-hmm.
But so yeah, Pyroblast would have been great here if I had one for that Ghostly Flicker. It would have just been such a blowout. It didn't end up mattering.
Mm-hmm. Well, the other thing we were talking about is that Robert's Hydroblast
Don't really do a
from the
whole lot.
sideline. Yeah, I mean they're hitting what 9 spells in the main, and
Well,
then
like, the thing is like the
maybe
bolts and
the
the galvanic
electric
blast, they can be like that bit of reach, so they can get. If I'm trying to like galvanic blast Robert in the face for the last 4 points of damage,
Mhm.
and if he counters it, that gives him an extra turn, too.
which I mean is all he seemed to be looking for was just extra turns,
Right.
and then at the end there, he just kept drawing into a lot of blanks.
Well, that's
so.
why in the sideboard I cut the Splatter Thug and the Sense Enlistment for the 2 Electrickeries.
Oh, Robert's in Mumble.
Just
Hello, Robert.
Do you want to hook him up to the speaker?
I would need to go out to my car to get the aux cable. I brought it out to my car because I want to listen to music in my car.
it's fine. It'll over here. We can hear him.
So.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I guess I'm not Mumble.
In the sideboard, I just wanted to bring the curve down, so I just did that.
Yeah,
I didn't really need to. That sideboard change didn't do anything.
Well, the main thing is Robert put in the Hydro Blast, which
I
seemed
don't-
pretty bad.
Were they just dead in his hand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had him. He
He
had
had
2
two
in
Hydro
hand
Blasts by
when
the
he
end of the
swung
game.
in for lethal.
I will. The thing is, game 2, I only had.
Connected to the wrong server.
I only cast 1 red spell the entire game.
Right, like that was our point, is that he only saw you cast 1 red spell, and he made that decision.
To let it resolve.
No, to put in the Hydro Blast,
Yeah.
which
Well, he has my list, right? He knows I'm running 8 after sideboard.
presumably he saw it.
Yeah. I mean, he's seen the list. I assume he looked at it. Like, I was looking at his sideboard, and I was like, well, Duress is really bad here. I wonder if he'll bring it in.
Yeah, the rest doesn't seem particularly good. His sideboard was like a little bit dead just because of the
No, Duress is especially bad here, just because...
against you. Yeah, oh yeah.
I mean, I guess he could take, like, a Bone Sploder. That would have been pretty bad, but I can just win the game on creatures. I mean...
Oh god, wait, one sec. What is up with this? Mumble's like...
Yeah, and we were saying, like, not to imply that you're a lucky player or anything, but
I made a huge misplay on the game, too.
But familiar, yeah, I think we did. But the way familiar is really going to lose is just to these decks that can curve out and kill them.
Yeah.
And that's what your deck did perfectly. Like
Yeah.
that's 1 drop, 2 drop, 3 drop, and then all of a sudden he has to play a bunch of his spells that help him go off.
He has to play his familiars as defensive spells.
Yeah, and it's terrible, especially when your creatures traded for all of them. So
Yeah.
he was choked on white mana the first game, but I don't think it would have mattered because you had
Game 1
three
just
powers.
curved out perfectly.
Right.
Game 2 was a little awkward. I had to mold to 5.
Yeah, that was pretty
And
bad.
then I misplayed. I accidentally equipped the Bone Splitter instead of casting, like...
We were
one-
talking about that, yeah.
I meant to do the other thing. For some reason, I thought I had a 3rd land in hand. And I was like, oh, I have a 3rd land. That's not an issue. So I can equip this Bone Splitter and cast the Squadron Hawker. Actually, probably was going to be the...
No, the 3/1.
The Legionnaire, yeah.
We were talking about that because I was like, I feel like he just wanted to play the 3/1 and
Oh,
get
yeah,
more damage
I
on the table. And then you played the Spellbomb. I was like, well, I guess, you could just play the Spellbomb too.
Well, that's the thing. I accidentally did the Bone Splitter because I thought the Spellbomb was a land, is what happened.
Mm.
I don't know how that happened because they don't look anything alike. I mean, it's a silver looking card,
Right.
but for some reason I messed it up, and then I played that. I'm like, oh crap, I didn't get this 3/1 on the table. Like, oh wait, I can salvage this. There's a spell bomb.
Yeah. If you hadn't had the Spellbomb, that would have been savage.
It would have been so bad. Yeah. Luckily, the spell bomb gave me such value. Let me kill the.
Right.
It got in for 1 point of damage, I guess, which is kind of a big deal.
Right, but just killing Robert's creatures is pretty big deal because the only way he has to get them back is Reap the Graves.
Spell bomb is the best way to kill his creatures too because it only deals 2 damage to his face. So if I can kill a 2/2 with the spell bomb, that's great.
Yeah, 100%. I agree.
Yep, so I suspect... Yeah, Robert says just having the Spellbomb on board was brutal.
Yeah, he just couldn't cast his other Mold Drifters.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like having a couple witches on board.
Yeah.
With a bunch of X ones.
The chilling effects of having cards on board that just kill your creatures when you cast them.
Let's see, I think we're up right now. I don't know what's...
He said it was fine.
Okay.
I think he just didn't refresh or something.
And the Hydro Blast was to protect the combo. Oh, he's listening to us on Twitch, of course.
Yeah. So yeah, the Hydra. Yeah, it makes sense, right? If I'm trying to like bolt his thing while he's trying to combo off,
But
that's the one time he wants Hydro Blast.
I suspect, like, because I was talking about that, the only real way you have to interact with his combo is Lightning Bolt. But I felt like you are more likely to Lightning Bolt his face than to try and interrupt any combo. Because if he goes off, then I don't say you're dead, but you're pretty close to dead.
But he's not running any. There's no counter magic in this version of the deck.
No, there's not.
Except for
like any
Hydro
version.
Hydro Blast, right? So that was the thing, is that makes it even more. I guess that makes it more likely that I bolt go for the face. But like, if he's comboing off, right? If he gets the combo, I just lose.
100%, yeah.
So I definitely, if he's comboing off, I definitely want to kill whatever his creature. Probably the denizen that lets him mill, right?
No, because...
He can do a response.
Well, he can either do it in response, or he can Reap in the Graves and get it back.
No, if I do it in response to the Ghostly Flicker.
He can just dig. He can
Yeah,
dig
he can-
for Reap the Graves.
Reap the Graves, which lets him get back any creature from his graveyard.
Doesn't he have to have 2 Ghostly Flickers then? If I do it in response to him casting Ghostly Flicker, that's the spot where...
It's 2 targets.
Right, so he casts Ghostly Flicker, puts the targets on the stack, and that's when I bounce the... Or that's when I bolt the, burn the denizen.
Then he lets it die.
But he's bouncing a
Oh, then he-
familiar,
oh, then he- oh,
or
then he
he's
keep-
bouncing a fairy and a wall.
That's right.
So he gets it back, and then he just bounces Mole Drifters.
Right. So you can just do it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but, yeah. I mean, the Hydro Blast really is probably
He also
not.
said it was for electric trickery. And I believe, yeah.
Yeah, it's not incorrect, but
I guess it's good against multiple pieces of burn. If I have like 2 or 3 cards, and I need them all to go off to stop the combo, and you can just stop one of them.
yeah.
And yes, I believe that's the last game for the night. I think all of our computers are
Tired.
tired and just not willing to work anymore.
Okay, did you get a real one?
Nope. That
That's
is
not a real
No,
one.
did he get one?
Yeah.
A real one?
Mm-hmm.
You just get cut from cube.
No, he got a real one.
Oh,
Voice
yeah,
resistance?
yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, other things. So, I believe that is it for the night. Thank you for the few people that were watching, especially those that were willing to live through the horrible, horrible technical difficulties that we had at various times throughout the night. We hope you enjoyed the stream. Should have...
We'll be back next week around the same time.
Yep, around the same time, 7:30, as long as Rom gets here on time. We will not be using Rom's computer ever again. We learned our lesson. So,
Hopefully we'll have fewer technical issues, notwithstanding my computer.
yes.
That was about 70% of it.
I think that was most of it, except for right before we were about to start and everything crashed.
Yeah.
That was another big part of it. But so yeah, I think that's it. Thank you for sticking around. If you want to follow the stream, feel free. Love to give you a shout out on either the next one or some other time. And yeah, thanks for watching.
Peace.
Peace.